Welcome back to Mustang and Son. So today what we're doing on the GT 2018 model is we're changing the indicator to the Diode Dynamics indicator. So currently we have the running lights up here and we have a fog light down here, an indicator that's standard flashing. We're going to change it to the Diode Dynamics indicator where it's going to be sequential, and this is also going to turn into a daytime running light with the tri-bar daytime running light up here. So let's get into it. Right guys, so we've got the car jacked up a little bit. We've got some clearance underneath the bumper, and at the moment we have it on some stands, and we have these push pins that we're just removing at the minute. So we got this trusty tool here, just prise underneath them. Pops up and just jack it up. And we have that with all the push pins around the front. That'll remove this plastic cover and will give us more room to the front of the wheel. So let's do it.
Okay, so now underneath the car we take out all the screws along the front, the 7mm screws along the back of the under tray, and there's a couple of push pins as well on the under tray. So once we take all them away, the under tray and the front end would all come away from the front in one piece.
So now we're back on top, and we're going to just remove these bolts along here that was underneath this cover. Once you pull those push pins back from the plastics, you can get at this these 10mm bolts that are right behind the front bumper and this wing here. So it just looks like this on the other side. It's a bit hard to get the camera in, but you just unscrew these 10mm bolts and then this whole thing pulls away. That's it.
So we did it slightly differently to CJ and Pony Parts and so on. On the under tray, when we unscrewed all the bolts, we took out the under tray completely. That's the under tray, just slipped away from the car. So now I can get underneath and I can disconnect the lights before I take the bumper away, before I take the front end away. That's one. You can see you're just disconnecting those front fog light indicator signal lights on each side. So they're both disconnected. So in theory, you should be able to lift the front away from the car. One more light connected. Where is it? That's it. So now that's why we've got the soft bottom. To turn the front end upside down and unscrew 3 bolts on each light housing and then replace it with the Diode Dynamics DRLs.
So they're just here, here, and here. Then it all just slides out and we put the new one in.
What we have to do is disconnect the headlight. So this is the headlight connector. So disconnect that. Use the Diode Dynamics adapter and plug that now into your headlight connection on the wiring loom, and then this end now goes back into your headlight. And what that does is that will bring the DRL function down into the DRL turn signal light housing. And then what we have to do is, this is that cable that's going to do that. So you can see this is the plug that goes into the DRL housing. That little white tab there. So at first this thing comes with this tab installed. You just pull that out, push the little white tab through, grab that with a little nose, and then the Diode Dynamics extra cable pushes through here, so that we then have DRLs in the Diode Dynamics front turn signal light housing.
This is also orientated one way. So just look at the bottom, you can see the white ceramic bottoms of the connections. You want to make sure that that cable is going in the same orientation as the rest.
Yeah, good idea. Okay, so this is the old housing, and if I unlock, you can see the light bar comes on for the indicator. So now let's disconnect it. Put in the new Diode Dynamics. Pushes in all the way. I think you heard the click, but nothing happens. And as I'm clicking, you're actually seeing the indicator light come on the mirror, but nothing comes on in the Diode Dynamics light. It just doesn't work. Okay, so didn't work out with the Diode Dynamics, unfortunately. They just don't work on the European, UK, Ireland Mustangs, the non-US Mustangs. So I ended up going to AliExpress and getting these ones. They have the sequential turn signal, and they work pretty well. They're a little bit cheaper than Diode Dynamics. Not quite as good a fit, as there's a little bit of a gap, body gap, but you know, I think they look pretty good. I'll leave the link to those where you can buy them. There are two types. There are the US domestic market lights, like the Diode Dynamics, and then there are the non-US, so European, and obviously these are the European ones. So, what's next? And what have we done? What else have we done? So at the same time, I took the bumper off. So come on, I'll show you what we did down the back. In the European Mustangs, we don't get side markers side marker lights at the back. We get reflectors. So I changed those out, put the side markers in. You can see nice bright LED. But also then down below here, these were also reflectors, and I changed those to LEDs underside of the bumper. So that's pretty much it. You're getting the sunlight there. That's pretty much it for what I've done. And I think the next thing to do is going to be sequential signals on the mirrors, and that should be it. Alright, my son is not here today, so his Mustang is lying up. He's over in the States. He's working over in Portland in Oregon, but he'll probably be on the next video that we do. So thanks for watching.